What's happening, YouTube? Oh, man. Strange day. Pouring rain. Like, wow. Like I haven't seen in a long time. And flooding everywhere. And I love it. When I lived on the coast, I used to call it the angry ocean. I love going to the ocean in weather like this and just watching the waves crash and Mother Nature just tearing it up, you know. Same up here. So today I've been spending a fair amount of time just listening. And thinking too much about all the recent craziness and how I tend to feed into it instead of finding ways to put out the fire. I'm usually pouring gasoline on some shit and just making it worse, right? And I can see it. And then I start beating myself up. For my bad behavior, which makes it worse, because then I start feeling all kinds of funky shit, right? When I'm trying to cheer myself up, right? What am I trying to get at here? As hard as life's been for me lately, I could have made it a lot worse. As bad as I've behaved, I could have made it a lot worse than I did. And today, for some reason, I needed to pat myself on the back for job well done. And let me explain before you all start going, you lost your fucking mind. Check this. I don't talk about it much because it doesn't do me no good. And I'm not trying to look for sympathy, right? But I have a feeling people need to hear this, so I'm going to get into this real good right now. And it's been a minute, and these videos tend to take on a life of their own. I don't know where I'm going to go with none of this. I just know I need to speak on this. It'd be real easy for me to drive. It's 4 minutes, not even 5 minutes. It's 4 minutes from door to door to go get a case of beer and a bottle of whiskey and a carton of cigarettes and just you know how good that sounds right now? To tie one on and smoke a cigarette? Are you fucking kidding? How many times in these videos, and I see it all the time, you see me fucking around with my toothpick like it's a fucking, I got a cigarette in my fingers. It's old habits die hard, man. I started smoking when I was 12. Smoking Kools. Tried to switch to Marlboros when I hung out with the rock and roll crowd because I got tired of them busting my balls while you smoke those cigarettes. I couldn't do it, man. I like my Cool cigarettes. Cool cigarettes, Coors Light, some Jamison, and smooth sailing, homie. You know how good that sounds? Please. But it turns ugly, man. Booze killed my baby brother. It killed my wife. You know, check this. My brother got leukemia. He died November 20th, 2019. It's coming up. He had leukemia, which is cancer inside your blood. And they put all this fucking radiation shit in you to kill it, right? Which kills everything. Kills your whole immune system. So he was wearing a mask at the hospital when his immune system was fucked, trying to go home from trying to kill this cancer, right? At Kaiser Hospital. And he started getting better, so they let him go home. He was smoking cigarettes and drinking beer when he got home with cancer. I forget how long he was home before he caught pneumonia and was back in the hospital, and then they hooked him up to the ventilator, and then he was dead. So even with cancer, he couldn't quit drinking. I was gonna go grab wifey's ashes. I've done it so many times, I don't see the point. Even though there's a lot of new folk, fuck it, there is. Because there is so many new subscribers, and check out my new lid. I got my new... Anyway, sorry. That houses wifey's ashes. This is a Crown Royal bag. It has my wife's ashes in it. Story time real quick. I said it a million times. Some of you guys fast forward, you've heard it so many times, but long story short, we'd been estranged for a long time. 20 years. Never got her divorce handled right. Phone call out of the blue. She's dead. She's on some guy's toilet for 3 hours or more before they found her body. Before the paramedics got to her, right? Whatever. She was stiff. Puke blood on the floor because her guts were leaking blood from drinking alcohol. And when I got her personal possessions from this guy's house, there was methamphetamine and vodka in her purse. Sonny was 7 years younger than me. She was really, really beautiful person. Inside and out. Now she's dead. And I sit here alone. Not drinking. You know how good it sounds to fucking... You have no idea. A lot of people give up, right? Sonny gave up. She committed suicide with booze and crank. I'm not giving up. I'm not slipping on the booze. I ain't quit smoking weed yet, but I will never drink again. Meth? Fuck you. Those are fighting words. Right? Booze, I still Jones for. Meth, I don't have any Jones for whatsoever. Zero. But to get drunk and smoke a cigarette, oh man. I'll never get over that urge. My mom had a friend named Troy. Troy was a next door neighbor in an apartment my mom lived in when I was in the foster home. And then when I turned 18, I got kicked out of that house. I had nowhere to go. So I stayed with my mom in this fucked up little apartment when I was 18, sleeping on her couch until I seen some naked dude come walking out of her bedroom, and it was like, fuck, I gotta go. But during that time, this dude, Troy, that lived next door, that my mom knew for a very long time, and he was kind of like a semi-family friend because he was a mechanic, and he was one of them guys that would help mom fix her car. But Troy was a drunk. But he was what Mom called a binge drinker, blackout drinker. He didn't drink all the time, but when he drank, he'd be on a bender 3, 4, 5 days straight. No food, just booze and blind drunk. Mom would babysit him, try to get him to eat food and shit. See, back in those days, people had sympathy for a drunk. They didn't call you an alcoholic to your face because it was fighting words, right? It was disrespectful to call somebody an alcoholic, right? Because you're shaming them. You're not like, hey man, you're a happy drunk, but you're killing yourself, right? No, you're a fucking alcoholic, right? You're shaming them. You're not supporting them. See, my mom was she was sympathetic to a drunk because she was a drunk, right? I was a drunk. I get it, right? My heart goes out to a drunk. I'd like to be a drunk right fucking now, trust me. I got a reminder. Can't be a drunk no more. So, no matter how bad shit gets for me, I still ain't drinking. You know, I still... I still managed to fight my demons sober, right? In the house alone. Just trying to figure it out. But like I said, it'd be real easy to get fucking hammered right now. Kind of tough. I was sitting here listening to the rain and how nice and calm, soothing, like meditation, right? That, like them fucking, they used to have cassette tapes where you could put it in your cassette player and listen to the rain, right? And then I start thinking about, boy, I'd like to get drunk. Right? Even in my quiet time, the noise, the devil, right? My childhood, Willie. You know, I got lots of reasons to go get drunk and commit suicide with booze, right? Plenty. Or commit suicide with anger with some asshole in the neighborhood. Fuck you, shoot me, right? Until someone actually takes me up on it. I get it, man. I do. Broken. But I will be unbroken, right? I didn't slip on the booze. I got a long way to go for my temper, but I will never slip on the booze. My little gym in the backyard, I will be glued to that fucking thing. And my doggies all winter long. And I will get out of here. Sooner the better. And that gym will come with me. And it will keep me healthy. Mind, body, and soul. Right? So I can do what I need to do for these dogs. No booze. Right? Anger, I can't, hopefully I get better. Right? My bad attitude. My shit talking. Hopefully I get better. But the booze, done. The fucking crank, please. That's easy. That's easy. But to have a cigarette and a beer, like I said, 3 times in a row already, it's because I'm really jonesing, man. I am. It would give me something to do, something to forget with. Quiet the noise until it doesn't. Then it makes it worse. But there's a space in there where it's better, right? You escape. And then it all comes crashing down. And then it's worse. So I just fuck all that. Anyway. I had to share this because somebody needs to hear it, man. Don't drink. Just don't drink, man. It is fucking killing you. How many times I gotta show you the wife's ashes? The booze is fucking killing you, man. Couple drinks here, a couple drinks there, no big deal, right? You don't have a problem. That's normal shit. You get hammered all the time, you're fucked. You're fucked. Couple cocktails here and there, whatever. No harm, no foul. You get drunk more than once or twice a month, you're fucked. You don't think so? Wait till you're retired and you got all this free time on your hands. That's what happened to me. I wasn't a drunk until I was 50. Before I was a drunk. And then it was real easy when I didn't have to work no more. Right? When my body gave out on me, it was real easy to just fucking. And there was no one to stop me. Except me. And then there was Sonny's ashes. Then there was my brother's death. Then I lost my stomach for the booze. So, find a way to lose your stomach for the booze, because otherwise it will kill you and you will be puking blood. I got somebody I love very much, and I'm praying he's not puking blood anymore, because I don't want to get that call. You know who I'm talking about.